Alrighty.
Okay, so we're doing our part two. And while we were kind of going over our video that we just did, I've noticed that for me, I would just look down a lot and I would just not be as like confident in my responses. And I think that's just kind of why just of Stacy's background, she's depressed, she's not feeling confident, she doesn't really want to be loud. Um, so I think that she's just really feeling all those symptoms of depression, and that's you can see it in her eye contact. She's not looking at her clinicians, and her tone of voice is just very monotone.
Definitely, I agree with that. I feel like there were certain parts where we asked a question that was more serious, and Stacy kind of withdrew and was like, "Oh no, I've never done any of that. Like, I have nothing involved in that," which kind of led us to when we were talking about the intensity of ideation. That's kind of why we said that it was a 1, because it was a yes to the first answer and no to the second, meaning we skipped the 3, 4, 5. So the ideation was very low. But there is very much a need for support. The depression is getting to her. Her classes are suffering from that, and we definitely need a good follow-up plan.
Yeah.
And from the clinician's perspective, with like movement and
The body language.
We just tried to have a more professional way about us with making eye contact and head nodding and leaning forward and being interested in what the client had to say. And yeah,
I agree.
I really feel like we also were able to explain kind of the purpose of the questions as well, to a point where she was comfortable and she could open up and answer honestly instead of just a yes, no, I don't know kind of thing. And when we asked her, hey, are you interested in coming back? That was something that really, I feel like, speaks to her and showing, hey, you are going to be controlling this.
Yeah.
We want you to schedule if you're coming back, and that's kind of how we want you to have your mindset as the client. Yeah, I definitely feel like we made a good step with her. Our plan for safety, I feel like we do need to have further sessions, maybe really implement a good support group and getting her to identify people that she can go to for support, as well as find a clinician that will be there and be able to do sessions with her.
Yeah, I agree. And one thing that we kind of talked about as well is having like a homework after every session, just kind of giving her this homework to take with her in between the sessions. And one thing we talked about was just doing like the gratitude book where she would just write down things that she appreciates in life because she just feels so down and she feels like no one will support her. And so this will help her in between the sessions, just to kind of help her with her depression.
Perfect.
Perfect.